welcome back
Okay.
to our Q&A. Please don't forget to share the live to all the people that you don't like. Share it to them. Let them know that we're here. So, Victor, how was your day today?
I had an amazing day, you guys. I was late for everything that I went to, but it was amazing. It was amazing nonetheless. Good reason why I was late. Anyways, that's it. My day was amazing.
Wow. I wish my day was amazing like yours. What's your favorite board?
Scrabble, because I'm smart.
I can't play that.
Hey.
I'm not good with that game.
The whole idea, because I'm smart and you're not.
Who told you that you're smart?
My daddy.
Your daddy. Gotta find. Because remember,
Daddy did.
why? Like everybody, right? O meio makua, o fia yo meio makua pepero I fanga. La usan makua le ya oi. Ale lo. O makua pa ye or san pa ye le daughter. O so kala la ye fa ye makua I fanga. Kam fa de ale lo la pero ro au le ya. Ale lo la makua po ua vai.
I don't like that my head is too big.
Oh yeah, nga. Even I want to. Like it is, but gotta say, oh Victor, sometimes it my board game is or the move. Check.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say what is the other board game everybody play?
Play Scrabble like a I am such a nerd. I have the app for Scrabble. That's my favorite pastime. Okay. The other thing that I like to play is oh my god. What is that game with numbers?
Numbers?
Yeah, where you Scrabble the numbers to make it somebody help me out. The numbers game in the box. So there's 9 numbers. Sudoku. I love Sudoku. There was a person that I found that was very good at that game, but I realized because he's very good at math that he's good at that.
So you have to be good at math?
No, not necessarily. You just have to be able to arrange the numbers because so there's 9 squares within a square. And then there's 9 numbers within the little square. You just have to. Am I saying this correctly?
I think so. Yeah.
So it's
always in the newspaper, right?
Yeah. So I have the app. I downloaded the app, and I'll tell you guys why Sudoku was very important. They say that finding games, play some games that makes you think hard, and that's because it keeps your mind going. Like at least your brain is functioning. I don't know but there's a study about that, and that's why I start playing these games. While I've always loved Scrabble, but now I added Sudoku to the list. I don't know if it's a board game, Mahjong, where you move the tiles around. You guys know this game?
Oh yeah, the Chinese one.
Yeah, it's a Chinese game. Reading helps. Yeah, so a lot of the things that I love to do, it really helps my brain. It helps. I guess I'm trying to say.
What other people tell you?
That I don't care. Take anything into consideration. I compartmentalize things. So if you tell me something that I feel like it's going to be useful for in the near future, in the future, I will take it into consideration. Do I say that I care about people's opinion of me? That should be the question. Now that I don't care. Unless you are someone in my life that I value your opinion, say for example, my sister and I, who were very close, were like this. I value her opinion because nine times out of 10, she sees things that I don't see about myself. So I absolutely value my sister's opinion. But anyone outside of that, I don't see myself even worrying about what they have to say about me. So no.
What is your pet peeve?
Oh God. Okay, I just that video like literally before I hop on this live, right? Maybe if an hour ago. So I'll tell you guys something. I have been around females. I'm a person, so I would go up to people. Hi, how are you? My name is so and so. Then I see these women, you know, and it's almost as if we never met. And now I feel like I have to go up to them. Hey, I'm Tree, med, blah blah blah. I always now every time I see these women, I think for me, the insecurity of women, I hate that. Women who are insecure and think that you want their man. I'm like, bro, nobody wants your husband. He can barely fit through the door. Do you really think I want your husband? No. And so I'm not body shaming anybody. It's just one of those things that I get really irate because I'm like the eye roll. So this just literally just happened to me just a few days ago, where this person, I see her all the time. The minute I walked in through the door, she looked, rolled her eyes. Immediately her face just changed. I'm like, girl, whatever. And I'm just not going to go out of my way to go up to her and say hi. No, I literally walk right past her, the person that was standing in front of her, just to say, girl, you think you matter? No. But I hate to feel that way, but I'm just not going to be the person that goes out of my way to make anybody happy. I'm not doing that. Like, peace. Sorry. A lot. I'm ranting. I'm so sorry.
I don't even know what my pet peeve is. I don't even know if I have one. I probably haven't one, but I don't remember.
You do have a pet peeve.
What is it?
Think. Use that big head that you have on your shoulders to think.
Why most Samoans think diet means to starve, salads only, and no buffet? Oh, that's a funny question because I think because we are so used to the food. Because
it's not just Samoan people, you guys.
But we were just talking about our people because we are Samoan.
But it's learned behavior. They learn it from other people who tell them, "Oh, you know what? You shouldn't go to a buffet."
But I think it's more of how I think. I think it's more of how we grew up on the island, that we're so used to the food. Food is life on the island. We love food. That China cut the food and eat salad, and also following or listening to the wrong people, right? Because even when I was like a year ago, right? Was it a year ago? I was at the gym. It was a year ago.
Oh, we forgot.
Yeah.
Just one of
But
those things.
I was still I wasn't on the diet or anything. I was just eating. I was trying to limit the meal, but I was still eating the same, and I was able to lose weight, which is I'm gonna do it in a couple of months again. And so I think that's the 'cause most of the people think that when you think of diet you strictly talk about salads and stuff, but no, you can actually work out. I think there's a saying like you can never outwork out a bad diet.
Yeah, you can never outwork out a bad diet.
Yeah, so but I think just most people are Samoan people. We're just strictly talking about the Samoan people. But I know it happens to all different races, but I think it's just depend on the person. I don't know.
I do know. Because knowledge, right? Having that knowledge and understanding of how the body works and your metabolism and food mankwa, you know, they didn't even worry about their diet. They were just eating whatever they want to eat until the Balangi came and said, hey, this is not good for you guys. This is what's causing. So then the Balangi tells the Samoan, you need to do A, B, C, and D. So that's how they learned that. As the world evolves, they're talking about macros and all these other things, your BMI. Now they're incorporating all these new things into, trying to measure what a diet should look like. So diet. Now they're saying, well, you can still eat this, but in moderation, or you can eat this, all these things. Carnivore diet where you eat just nothing but meat and you'll lose weight. So, or protein diet, like so many things. It's just the evolution of life and the having that knowledge and understanding. And that's where we learn from as Samoan people, right? O learn for the Western world. Once they learn something new, then they tell us and we adapt to it. But I think on a diet Samoa, living off of the land, there is nothing wrong with that. Like, eating the fish or, so fish, like everything that we eat off of the land is good for us, right? But you just have to do that in moderation. And a lot of our food is organic. But until the Balangi man came to us and said, oh, you need to eat this and this and this, I think Samoan people were doing just fine without having all this nonsense, malingasu, the way it came in. But yeah, I think that's why they think that way. To answer your question, because you were saying, why do they think that? Well, it wasn't because of them. It was because somebody came and told them that information.
Where is your all-time dream vacation?
I really, really want to go to Egypt. And I've always... So this is way before TikTok, way before anything.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I love learning about pharaohs. I don't understand how I got into this thing. And I wanted to go to Egypt just because of that. I wanted to understand more about their history and all of these pharaohs and, kings. And so to the point, just to prove my point, when they brought the King Pharaoh's exhibition here to Seattle, I paid my ticket and I went to see it. And you cannot take photos of these artifacts at all. So you're not allowed to bring, pull your camera out and take pictures of any of the artifacts. I saw it with my eyes. The pictures that you see in your textbooks in high school,
Mm-hmm.
I saw those, okay? I saw it with my eyes. It was the most fascinating thing ever. But my friend actually, this is the time of when iPhones first came out. And so my friend took her iPhone out. She turned the screen down so security can't see the camera. And she started taking pictures for me. So I have pictures, but I just have to get it from her. I know I saved it in one of my folders, but I can't find it. But yeah, it was the most amazing thing. I even bought the book when I went to the exhibition. Beautiful, beautiful.
Wow. So how did they build the pyramid?
It's a rabbit hole that you don't want to go through, because they're saying that aliens came and they're saying that aliens built the pyramids. They're saying that it's a whole... There's so many stories about it that I think I just got confused and I stopped, because now they're saying, oh, the government is involved. Oh, there's something about alignment of these pyramids, how they somehow align. Everywhere the pyramids are placed, they somehow align. Listen.
So it's pretty much like dirt.
It's like a
1,000 different stories of how they built it.
They said that there's a light that shoots from wherever. I promise you guys, I'm not crazy. I go through these moments in my
So
life.
how come there's no pyramid in Samoa?
These pyramids were placed specifically in the locations where they're at. There's one in the Pacific Islands, I think, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. There's a pyramid in the Pacific Islands. Egypt is not the only place that has a pyramid.
Is it?
It's not the only place that has pyramids. There's pyramids everywhere in the world, but they're specifically placed there for a reason. But anyways, this whole, now what they're saying, this is why I don't want you guys to get me there. What they're saying is you know how the Egyptians say that there's kings and that were buried in these tombs? They're like, no, it's more than that. That's why people cannot get to the core of the pyramid. People cannot get there because it's more than just that. Anyways, but it's hard to get to it. I don't think anybody has ever discovered the core of the pyramid, because they say that there's some type of power that's in there, more powerful than anything that anyone can imagine. Anyways, but that involves aliens and all that stuff. Anyways, continue.
So you believe in aliens?
Yeah, they do exist. They're just demons. They are just demons. Aliens are demons. They just call them aliens because they look funny. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys another thing that was very interesting that I started. This is before before TikTok became a thing, when I was bored with my life, okay? I watched a whole thing about, I don't know if I can say this out loud, about North Korea. You guys need to go watch all of the YouTube videos, people that have gone there. I don't know how I got into this thing, but I start watching that. What a very interesting country, and how, okay, do you guys all speak Samoan? Because I'm going to speak Samoan and tell you guys what I found out. So, North Korea, homeless kameki. There are so many, like little kids, 5 years old, and they're homeless. And ako in North Korea, lako buildings. Okay, it looks like the buildings look so nice and everything. Oh, no. If you zoom close into it, buildings, nobody lives in these buildings, but they build it as a facade just to make the world think that they're the most underdeveloped country. Everybody has to say the same thing. When tourists come into North Korea, if I saw an interview out of nowhere, you cannot no, like there are literally soldiers everywhere. If I saw or North Korea, you're not allowed to interview them. And they also, if you go around and you see people acting all happy, no, that is not the real North Korea. People have showed, like, you see parts of people are suffering. Fasa TV, and they only have, I think, one channel that everybody watches. No one is allowed to learn anything about the outside world. So, very interesting country. I need you guys to go watch that and go, and then you'll come back and say, thank you, Jesus, I live in America. Because that life is not for me. Very interesting thing. Anyways.
Wow.
Oh my God, I do not want to go there. These people, you are limited to only a few places to go to. And these tours that go there, they're only allowed to go to specific places. Anything outside of that country, like outside of the parameters, they're not allowed to go there. I'm telling you guys. Go do some research. This is what I'm telling you.
Would you rather cook or eat at the restaurant?
Cook what I feel like I want to eat that day. but I would eat at a restaurant because I can't make seafood boil to save my life. And if I want seafood boil right now, I'm going to order it from the person that knows how to make it.
You don't know how to make it?
Why would I take my time out to go buy the ingredients when there's a whole person that can make it for me?
You don't know how to make boiling crawfish?
You meant seafood boil? No.
Seafood boil?
No, I don't know how to make it.
Why? You should learn how to make it. It's really
Because the
simple.
man and a woman that knows how to make it, and I pay for it, and they deliver it, through DoorDash, and I eat it, and I'm very happy about it.
Det gjør afghansk lort.
It makes me very happy that I don't have to make it.
What is the most useless talent you possess?
Talking. Me talking about nonsense. Me talking about North Korea. Me talking about everything that I think about.
The most... Damn. Not the most useless talent you possess.
It is so useless sometimes. Who wanted
Talking?
to know about North Korea? Nobody. But
Maybe we do. I don't know. Maybe some of the chat. See, Sia never knew about that until now. Well, thank you for doing the research. What is the easiest Samoan dish that you can make?
Falafel gox. The falafel goxis. Okay, funny story. Oh, Ole, and I'll tell you why. This is not me being tipalang young. When I grew up, I was raised by my stepdad, Panamanian. He's from Panama, Central America. He's a chef. And he sends us to the store. This man, it looked down gang kasama. Like, fire nga palau vale for Spanish. For me gang kasama mo maile. Like, this man had the audacity, and he lives in Samoa. Anyways, eleka kaya la ang makpika ki makufaliam. Saudi America. Do you know my favorite thing that my brother-in-law cooked? O le pirkaki male isalaelu. Pero la oko ba ay le solo ay pirkaki America. It was my favorite thing to eat. Pirkaki and isalaelu, and the way he makes it. And then he makes sakafai, the aye. Man, A1. But yes, I make a good falay pikaki. I make it with bok choy and tomatoes. No, diced tomatoes. Not diced. Is it diced tomato? And cucumbers. And it's so good. Like, so good and healthy. Mangkofoy, we're talking about health.
Vaisalo. Male sua fai.
Do you know how to make it is the question.
Ele que querer o.
O kumula uno sua fai.
O querer o não querer sua fai. Me ngai afpala chairo uno ngai ovalo ai pirkaki.
Mira lo que skinny ai. Não que é pirkaki.
Daqui eu o pia hoje a pirkaki.
Como não é recipe?
Ai foi.
Oh, esse meio como ela ulo.
What makes you jealous?
What makes me jealous? Your ugly face.
Are you that ugly that you want to be ugly too?
Listen, I'm not a jealous person. I could care less. But don't make me think about you otherwise, okay? So I don't get jealous. I just let you go. Because I don't allow myself to get jealous. The minute you make me feel some type of way is the minute you got to go, bro. And I don't even explain myself.
Okay,
if I was in a relationship, okay, this is just I'm giving you guys, painting the picture. In the talking phases, I'm telling you all these things, okay? It is your job on the receiving end to listen and understand, okay? Listen, take in the information, write it down, and be like, okay, A, B, C, D. She said this on this day. Victory said this. She does not like this. Now, if we are now in a relationship and you do the thing that I said I did not like, maybe not once, okay? Maybe twice. And I said to myself, okay, the first time I'm going to forgive you and let it go. Now we're going to have a conversation. Hey, can I remind you, sir, on this day, at this time, did you forget that I told you about this? Oh, okay, yeah. Let me go through my book. Yes, you did say that. Now, you do it again the second time. I'm going to be like, okay, you know what? I'm watching you, sir. The third time you do the thing that I told you not to do, because now you're going to make me feel some type of way. I don't get jealous, but you, sir, don't piss me off. Because the third time I will delete, block, I will never speak to you ever again. I'm not going to explain myself. And that's how that works. So, I give people chances. I give you the benefit of the doubt. I give you everything in between. And if you don't like it, yes. No, hey, I've done that too. But I have learned that I have to give people grace. Okay. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm giving them grace, to understand that, everybody makes mistakes, maybe it was an oversight on their part. So we got to be nice. We got to be kind. Anyways.
Who do you look up the most?
I think right now, I really look up to our pastor's wife. Whenever I see her, the way she thinks, the way she moves, like just this woman's mind, I'm like, man, I want to be just like that when I grow up. I love the way she thinks, and that's why I look up to her. This lady, one of the stories that she was telling me, and it really hit home for me, right? Just forgiving the person that hates you. Okay, so one of the stories that she told me also was being disowned by her own parents or her father, because she became a pastor of a church that's not the church Lengo Wailako, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she became a pastor of our church now. I think she's AOG. But yeah, she said she was disowned. But look at her now. She said, I continue to pray for my father. But that goes to say, goes to show le fights. She fought for everything in her life. Fought, for her dad to accept her, the church that she's in now. It's a Christian church. It's not any different, but it's the name that matters, right? Also, there was another story that she told me. I can't repeat that story on here, but when she told me that, I think to myself, I'm like, what if that happens to me, where the person who's hurt me to the core of my soul needed prayers while they're in their deathbed, right? I'm like, I think in the heat of the moment, I'll do it because that is what I'm called to do, that I will go to pray for that person. But when she told me that, it really hit home for me, because I'm like, wow, I know some people who don't care for me, but what if something happens to them where somebody came to me and say, Victory, I need you to come and pray for this person. And they give me the name, and it's the name of the person that hurt me to the core of my soul. What am I going to do? Am I going to say, oh, or would I get up and go, because this is what I'm called to do? So that is something, when she said that to me, oh, it struck me. And I was like, you know what? I would probably do the same thing. I would get up and go and say, you know what? I'm there.
Would you move to another country for love?
Yeah. Being for real, I would. I would move to another country for love. No, but here's the thing. So let me explain this. If it's something where I feel like that country is better, and I can travel with my job because I'm not going there jobless, then of course. But one thing about me is I never think to myself, I'm like, I always think that's such a great idea until I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting rooted out of my comfort. I don't know. I say that all now that I will move for love. And then come that time, I'm like, okay, I changed my mind. Just kidding.
I wouldn't. It's
Well,
just a
nobody
waste
cares
of
what you
time.
think.
It's just a waste of time.
Why is that a waste of time?
I think it's just a waste of time to move to another country, just to send back to the country that you came from.
No, I would move. But I also think I'm a very logic person.
Right, guys?
I'm a logical person. I will move as long as I have my own finances, as long as I'm moving because, I have everything in order.
What is your favorite holiday?
What is my favorite holiday? I really don't have one. Okay. This is gonna be unpopular opinion. I hate Christmas so much. I hate it.
Why?
Because Christmas is not like Christmas nowadays, right? It's so commercialized.
Well, we're in the U.S.
I know everything is so commercialized. I like wala fun. Wala ko fun like Christmassy. Now everybody just wants, oh, where's my present? You know what I mean? Like they took away from the meaning of Christmas where people exchange gifts and you give because you give from your heart. Now it's like, oh, I didn't get my Xbox. Oh, I didn't get. Boy, get out of here. Get out of my face.
Man, I love Christmas on the island.
Yes, but like right now, like we are now living in in this country where it's the feeling of the Christmas. It's all about all these things that has nothing to do with the meaning of Christmas. But beautiful holiday, I was never a fan. Now I felt like this from Samoa. This didn't just happen because I moved here. I was always this way back in Samoa. Not even Easter. I don't care for Easter.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Savai. and it was undeveloped. So the Christmas in Savai back in the 90s, it was way fun.
Yeah.
We barely get anything, but everything is we go to the church, everything. Sunday school. We have a lot of Christmas programs. When I moved to American Samoa, that's a whole different story.
Christmas was always about going to church with your family, and I look forward to the Christmas plays. I look forward to the Christmas program, and now it's just so different. So I don't know. It's different for us now. But that's my little 2 cents.
What will be your reaction if you see a ghost?
I'm like, Charlie, is that you? Charlie, are you okay? Oh, did you meet your maker? Oh, gonna find why God?
Where did?
Are you dead, Charlie? I can't, thy brother.
Well, if I see a ghost, I'll tell, what the hell are you doing here? Go steal the bank. Go rob the bank and come back.
Go rob the bank for me
and bring me all the money. Yep. Who was your first crush?
Oh. I was just talking about him. Okay, so living in Samoa, there's this kid that came to Samoa from California. So he's half Samoan, half Mexican. Beautiful eyes. Like he has not lang may maka. No, they're like very grayish. Beautiful eyes. Handsome guy. He was my neighbor. At that time, so when I was in high school, I'm the most awkward person. I don't know how to, I don't know how to talk to guys. That wasn't my thing, right? His name is Fred, and I was just telling my sister yesterday. I was like, "Hey, Fagu, but why am I see Kamale?" And my sister's young. She doesn't know these things about me. She's like, "Who was it?" I was like, "This guy. He's half Mexican, half Samoan. He came to Samoan, during high school, and oh my god, he's so fine, so fine." Anyways.
Anyways, is he still
Oh,
fine today?
Prince. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I was looking for him on Facebook, but I think he has a Mexican last
Mm.
name. I don't know his I mean, who knows?
Oh,
These
payas
people.
ka mga luwa movie Korea, North Korea.
I know Egypt. Growing social media presence thoughts. Star, what are you asking? How do you grow it? Just be yourself. Be your
Be
absolute
yourself.
self. The reason I grew my platform to where it's at now. It's because I was the most unhinged person. I was so unhinged. I was literally myself. Like, I say whatever I want to say to whoever I want to say it to, and that's how it grew to where it's at now. But I think the most important thing to grow your platform is be be personable and be relatable. Also, make good content. Make really good content that you think, like, whatever your niche is. If your niche is fitness, go and look at a lot of fitness pages and see how their pages have grown, and are growing, and you can always mimic what they're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like copy and paste. If it's working for them, then it should work for you. But don't give up. Where if you feel like your first and second video is not making it, just continue making content. Trust me. So when I started growing my Facebook account, um it was very slow, and I was like, how am I going to reach these people? Because Facebook has a different audience. One day I said to myself, be your authentic self, and I did. And now it went from 5,000 last year in October to now I have 13,000 as of last week. So I have 13,000. But, I'm saying this, and that's how I grow my platform, is I'm very authentic to myself. I'm true to who I am. So, and it grows that way, but you have to be consistent as well with it. Don't do one video now and then tomorrow, and then maybe next month you do the next video. Be consistent, post as much as you could. But like I said, look at the niche that you're in. Go look at people in the same niche, like fitness, right? Go look at that, see what they're doing, and then just copy and paste. But, give credit where credit is due. If say for example you're copying their stuff, right? Just give them the credit that they deserve. And also, be be true to yourself, and don't be pretentious on here, because people will pick up on that. So, does that help you, sir?
Yeah, I think it's more of growing your creating more content for
Yeah,
for the
you can
people.
do it.
Even if you take other people's ideas and you can twist it and make it your own, I
Make it
think
your
that's
own.
way better.
Mhm.
But everybody do the same content. It's pretty much it's same content, just different people.
Yeah.
But you just post it. I know some people was like they're afraid of how people are gonna think about their video. But just like me, I don't really care what people think.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining our live tonight. We really appreciate all the questions, all the laughs that we had on this live, but appreciate all of you for the love, and just sticking with us throughout this night. So appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I love you guys, and God bless.